to your enhanced trading experience. We'll explore the basics of UTA today. UTA is a revolutionary trading account that combines spot, futures, and options into a single account. Let's look at the benefits of UTA. 1. Significantly improved capital efficiency. 2. Multi-margin mode to select. 3. Customized collaterals. Benefit 1. With UTA, you can optimize your capital usage. For example, you may earn $1,200 on trade spots, but lose $1,000 on derivatives. In a classic account, spot and derivatives are managed separately. This means that if your margin for derivatives falls short, you risk liquidation. However, with a UTA account, profits and losses from spot and derivatives can offset each other, reducing liquidation risks. Benefit 2. You can choose from 3 margin modes, each designed for your level of trading. 1. Isolated margin. This mode isolates the risk of each position. A mistake in one position will not affect your entire account. For instance, if you hold USDT, USDC, and BTC, all these tokens can be used as margins for USDT perpetual contracts. 2. Cross margin. In this mode, more than 100 types of collaterals can be used. 3. Portfolio margin. Designed for professionals and complex strategies, this mode requires less margins for hedged positions. Benefit 3. With UTA, you can customize collaterals to include or exclude specific assets. It allows for improved capital efficiency by adding more assets as collateral. You can keep your spot assets safe by excluding certain assets. Unleash your trading potential and experience the benefits of UTA.
Ready to claim your share of 1 million MNT? Well, here's how. All you have to do is complete tasks to earn points, and then you can climb the leaderboard. Or you can throw your points into a lucky draw and earn prizes on a daily basis. We got 5 rounds, and each round, the prize will go up. So, ready to claim your share of the prize? Join now.
Hey everyone, welcome to the 21st Learn livestream session. I'm your host, Sabrina, and we've got an exciting discussion today. Over the past weeks, the crypto market has been on a roller coaster ride, with Bitcoin experiencing significant volatility. As of today, Bitcoin is trading around $80,000, and a couple of hours ago, it was at $78,000, the lowest it has been since November last year. Altcoins are also struggling. But recently, we've seen a surge in ETF applications for altcoins like Litecoin, XRP, Solana, Polkadot, and even Dogecoin. And the big question is, are altcoin ETFs the missing ingredient to bring crypto back to life, or are they just another news cycle with no real impact? Today's discussion will focus on 3 main areas. What's going on with altcoin ETFs? Could these ETFs be the lifeline needed to turn prices around? And lastly, how should traders and investors position themselves right now? This live stream is available on both the Bybit app and Bybit web. But as usual, if you would like to interact with us, share your comments, share your questions, do join us on Bybit web. All right, before we start, please take note that we will be doing 2 rounds of red packet giveaways today, one for our existing users and one for our new users. You can stand a chance to win a share of 500 USDT. So just keep your eyes peeled for the red packet, click it, and ensure you adhere to the terms and conditions, and you will be able to claim your reward. All right, so sign up now to get ahead of the game. And while you're at it, like this video and share this stream out. Right, first up, we are very pleased to welcome Paz, trader and founder of 250 Magazine. Hi, Paz. It's great to have you with us. Could you please introduce yourself and share what you do?
Hi, Sabrina. How are you? Nice to be with you here. Nice to be with all the Bybit community. My name is Paz. I'm a trader. I was a stock trader like 10 years ago. And in 2017, I decided to start exploring crypto. I've been involved in crypto not only in trading, I've been involved in marketing, in PR, and in several areas. So, but now I think the trading is what we are supposed to be doing.
Yes, that's right. Next up, we have Kendrick, product manager at Bybit. Hey, Kendrick, how's it going? Can you please give us a short introduction of yourself and share a bit of what you do as well?
All right. Yeah. Hello, Sabrina and Paz. Hello, everyone. Yeah, this is Kendrick. I'm the product manager at Bybit for our options product as well as a unified trading account. So yeah, very excited to be here at this live stream to talk about this altcoin ETF things as well as especially given the recent high volatility, right? Like with all those news coming out. Yeah, very excited to be here today.
Right. Thank you guys both for joining us today. It's going to be a great session, and the audience and myself can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this topic. For those of you who are just tuning in, I was just quickly sharing that we're doing 2 rounds of red packet giveaways today, one for our existing users and one for our new users. If you click the red packet, you'll be able to claim your share of 500 USDT, but please note that terms and conditions do apply. So yeah, you already know the drill. So just click it and you'll be able to claim your reward. Right, let's just move on into the first segment of this live stream. So several new ETF applications have been filed for Litecoin, XRP, Polkadot, Solana, and Dogecoin, leading to speculation about whether these products could be approved and whether they will have a meaningful impact on price and liquidity. But the bigger question is, are these filings actually significant, or are they just another speculative news cycle? So the Bitcoin spot ETF opened the door, but why are asset managers suddenly rushing to file for altcoin spot ETFs this year? Do you think this is a strategic move to capitalize on the Bitcoin ETF hype last year, or do asset managers genuinely believe these ETFs will be approved? Paz, what do you think?
Well, if you think about it, the basic reason is because they want money and big money to come to them, right? And they know that the people that they are more conservative, they prefer to put their money on ETFs. And after the fact that people got so excited about the Bitcoin ETFs and so many institutions, they jump in, I think they see that they think is the way to go.
Correct, yeah. And the SEC has been historically hesitant about altcoins due to their utility functions and regulatory uncertainty. Among Litecoin, XRP, Polkadot, Solana, and Dogecoin, which one do you think is most likely to get approved first, and why? Okay, just to put it out there, not financial advice, guys. So maybe Kendrick, you would like to share first. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so among those, right, I think my top 2 picks would be XRP and Solana. So here are the reasons. So first of all, for XRP, right, and because I think XRP was classified as securities before by the SEC, and then I think they won this they won this case against the SEC last year. So I think in return, I think this would give the XRP the edge, like to get the ETF approval, because it's already like be recognized by the SEC like once before. So I think they would give them the advantage, and also we can see there are a lot of asset management companies already filed the XRP spot ETF applications. So like including, I remember Grayscale, 21 Shares, Wisdom Tree, and BWise. So I think a lot of them already filed that. So given given the number of applications, I think this would give XRP a higher probability among the other tokens. And at the same time, I think XRP also has its real the user cases in real time, because it's involved in the payment solutions in real life. So I think it does has the user cases in our life. And so that's for the XRP. And for Solana, I think it's just because for Solana now, I think it has a lot of I think it's pretty much the top two TVL, right? I think besides Ethereum, then Solana, and then Solana ecosystem is generating the highest fees on DeFi. I think now every day, and so I think its user case is even stronger than the XRP, because Solana also there are a lot of depend and RWA built on Solana ecosystem, and yeah, I think it will have higher chance than among the other tokens. But I think one disadvantage for Solana is because it has been always been like criticized for its because Solana is like more centralized, right? Because of its validators, because it's because it has only a limited number of validators. So it's been always been like criticized for its centralization. I think that might add some uncertainty for the Solana's spot ETF approval. But yeah, that's my opinion. Yeah.
Great points, Kendrick. What about you, Paz? Are your top two picks the same?
I agree on XRP, totally. But for me, my second option is Litecoin. Since the beginning, it's been the little sister of Bitcoin, and it's more considered for like a payment method. So I think it doesn't have this risk of becoming a security. So I think that's the second one that maybe can be approved.
Okay. Got it. All right. Okay, let's move on. So when the Bitcoin ETF was approved, price action was institutional driven, but these altcoins tend to have heavier retail speculation. Are the price spikes we saw previously in these altcoins driven by institutions positioning themselves early, or just retail traders jumping on the news? What do you think, Paz?
Retail, totally. Retail. The institutions, they are more careful on where they put their money, right? In terms of Bitcoin, it took 10 years. So was not a decision that they took from one day to another one. In the decisions, if they invest on ETFs, if they get approved now, that I guess it will take less time, but they still need to see the volume. They still need to see what's the sentiment. And also, you need to remember that the ETFs are always paired with the traditional stock market. So now the traditional stock market is not doing that great. So the institutions, they also follow a lot that part.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. And okay, if you guys said that maybe XRP, Litecoin, or Solana, these are your top picks for being approved, right? Do you think we will see like similar adoption in terms of like comparing it to Bitcoin spot ETF? It led to record-breaking inflows. Do you think we will see similar kinds of adoption, or will these coins struggle to gain traction in traditional markets? Like right now, the traditional market is down. So what do you think? Maybe Kendrick?
Okay. Yeah, I think in short term, right, it's definitely we will see a lot of inflows like coming, because I think there will be a lot of speculations, like for example, like for the Dodge, right? So when the news coming out, like when the Dodge applying for the spot ETF application, then the Dodge price like just spike, and then maybe for a few days, then it just dropped to where it was. So I think for the short term, it's just pure speculation from the retail side. But for the long run, I do believe there will be, I mean, for the long run, I think it all depends on the utility and the user cases. If this token let's see if it's a Litecoin XRP or so now, it has the utility and the user cases in real life. For example, Solana has a collaboration with the BlackRock with the RWA and all that stuff. Then I think in the long run we will see the continuous inflow. But for example, I'm a very pessimistic about the Dodge ETF because I think even though it's finally even though it's get approved in the end, but I won't see. I don't we expect like there will be a continuous like inflow from the institution side like to the Dogecoin. Yeah, so that's my opinion.
It's great that you actually mentioned the Dogecoin spot ETF. You know, this filing has raised eyebrows. Is this like a sign of meme coin legitimacy, or is it just a speculative stunt? Would like a Dogecoin spot ETF approval change how institutions view meme coins, or will it always be a retail-driven market?
I go?
For me.
I'm back.
Yeah, go ahead, pass.
Yeah, no, I think it's totally retail. I think unless Doggy or any other meme coin finally finds like utility, right? There is no way the institutions will get interest. The only reason I think, like for example, Doggy has more interest than other meme coins as well is because Elon Musk, the owner of Tesla, is involved, and now he's in the government, right? So everyone expects that he's going to talk with Donald Trump and maybe you can pay with Doggy coins, right? So, but unless there is like a massive utility on the meme coins, I think it's very, very difficult that the institutions they put the money in. That we never had to forget that the institutions until recent times they've been very, very careful when in times of moving into crypto, right? So we cannot expect such a big change in just a short term.
Yeah, definitely. Kendrick, did you have something to add on?
Yes, yeah, I think totally agree because I think before it was like literally 0% that the institutions will invest Dodge, but now I think when the Trump took office and the Elon Musk like established his Doge department, I think this adds some uncertainty there. Maybe we can see, maybe we will see something crazy happens as well. I don't know, but I think yeah, everything is possible now. Yeah. Like in this volatile market with all the Trump administration and the Elon Musk Dodge department.
But it doesn't mean it's positive. It doesn't mean it's positive because like yesterday, for example, I was on X and everyone was commenting, like everyone wanted Biden back, right? Because, you know, everyone was expecting that as soon as Trump gets in power, we are going to go all-time highs again and everything, and this is not happening. So you can see that there is kind of uncertainty on all this.
Yeah, I guess with crypto, anything can happen, and we just have to be prepared for the worst.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect example of buy the rumor and sell the news.
Yes, correct. Okay, you know, once Bitcoin's ETF was approved, Ethereum quickly followed. Do you guys think that if, let's say, a Litecoin or XRP spot ETF gets approved, will we see a wave of applications for smaller altcoins? Like, I believe just yesterday, Movement Network also filed an application for an ETF. So what do you guys think?
Kendrick, me? Yeah. Okay, I'd go. So yeah, of course. I mean, everyone wants to be there, right? Everyone wants the big money. So if I was the CEO of one of these companies, I would also do it. You know, it's everyone wants to be there.
Yeah. Okay. Right. And let's just take a look at the chat box. There are quite a number of questions actually. All right. Well, here's an interesting one from someone whose email starts with KUM. So, will an increasing number of altcoin ETFs take money away from Bitcoin? Kendrick, would you like to take this one?
Well, for this question, I think from the institution side, I think no, because I think for the institutions, they are quite smart. they know where their money should invest, and they're more looking at the utility and the user case in real life. But I think for retail, yes, for the short term, especially if some of the altcoin ETF like get approved, I think that's where the hot money will flow to. Yeah.
Okay, and another question from someone whose name is Maihu. How do ETFs affect the broader altcoin landscape? Maybe Paz, would you like to take this one?
Can you repeat the question, please?
How do ETFs affect the broader altcoin landscape?
Well, actually, we can link with the previous question because, you know, I've been speaking with several traders that they used to be stock traders before and they moved into crypto. And they are going back to trade ETFs now. They rather trade ETFs of Bitcoin than trade traditional Bitcoin, right? So I think it can really affect as well because more conservative people will move actually to the ETF in terms of retail as well. They will prefer to move to retail. So we might see not the mass adoption that we were expecting into the crypto because all these, let's say, traditional people that they are a little bit involved on crypto, they would prefer to move traditional way and not be in just the crypto way. So
yeah, it's definitely easier for them to sort of transition to ETFs first before going head to crypto, right? Something super new. All right. Yeah, keep those questions coming, guys. The first round of red packets are actually already fully claimed, but don't worry, new users, please stay tuned as we have a round 2 giveaway happening soon. Right. Yeah, keep those questions coming. We'll move into the next segment first. So Bitcoin spot ETFs have been wildly successful, attracting billions in inflows. You know, we've covered that already. But Bitcoin has something altcoins don't, which is massive institutional trust. Can altcoins ETFs ever reach the same level of adoption and credibility, or will they remain niche financial products? All right, so Bitcoin is widely considered digital gold, right? While most altcoins serve specific functions like payments or smart contracts. Are there any altcoins that can genuinely be considered blue chip assets, or will Bitcoin always remain the dominant institutional choice? Kendrick.
All right. Yeah. I think BTC is gonna dominate like this ETF field because looking at this bull run, right? I think in this bull run, I'm not sure if we're still in the bull run, but look at this bull run we're in. I think pretty much BTC is dominate like the no matter the market cap or the price or whatever, right? Like even the ETH, like the price, because we're always joking about like the ETH price is like same as the last year, like as the 2 years ago. It's like a stable coin, like the price never changed. Yeah, so I think BTC is gonna dominate this ETF world as well because I think eventually looking at like how many coins we have in this crypto industry, I think it's just too many, and eventually BTC is gonna still be the dominant position. Yeah.
Okay, and do you guys think that altcoins even need ETFs, or is this just a regulatory formality? Is this the right way to move forward towards like mass adoption, or what do you guys think? Paz?
yeah, well, depends on how you want to talk about the mass adoption, right? Because the fact that the institutions are coming into crypto, they are making everything more regulated and more centralized. And that was not the original idea of having crypto, right? The original idea is to have a decentralized system. And the fact that now the institutions and the big money is coming in, they are being able to control more this money system that we created to be decentralized. So, yeah, I mean, I think long term, it will be regulated, it will be more centralized. But let's see.
Yes, only time will tell, right?
Yeah.
Okay, retail investor.
Sorry,
retail investor.
sorry,
Sure.
Adding to past point, I think now we're just trying to find like the balance between the decentralized as well as the regulatory side. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, retail investors dominate trading activity for many altcoins, right? Whereas Bitcoin's ETF was largely institution-driven. So, do you think these ETFs primarily cater to retail traders, or do they have the potential to bring in major institutional capital as well?
I think the main idea is to bring the institutions, right? But I think at the end they will bring the retail. The intention is one, but then what they will bring is actually more retail trading.
Maybe in the short term, there will be more retail capital, but maybe
and until there is more like adoption from the government side, and there is more approvals, regulations, and everything is settled from the government side. And because you don't want to put your money, this is for traditional people, not to crypto people, right? But traditional people, they don't want to put money on something that it might be legal at some point, right? So we are still on that gray area. We as crypto people, we take this risk. We believe in something and we take this risk, right? But to arrive to this mass adoption and to get like more conservative people to come to this side of the, it will take more implication from governments and institutions. So I'm kind of doubtful about if ETFs will really help in the mass adoption or not.
Okay, that's fair. Like you said, a lot of these investors tend to be very conservative. They probably prefer diversified exposure rather than betting on just one coin. So are we more likely to see like a crypto index ETF covering multiple altcoins rather than separate ETFs for each one?
Okay, I'll take this first. For me, I think the index ETF might be the trend because simply there were just too many tokens there, like in TradFi, right? So if you, let's say, invest on Nasdaq, you're just buying a basket of components, sometimes can outperform an individual token. And I think this rules also applies in the crypto industry because I think the index components, they are already like filtered and also have certain requirements before they can be included in the index. So I think in this case, the crypto might follow the TradFi to go into the index ETF world, and also for diversification. The index can be more diversified in terms of risk. So I think for the TradFi investors, right, when they just enter into the crypto world, I think it's much easier for them to just buy a basket of index ETF rather than by hand picking one or two tokens, because I think it's not very easy to beat the passive index given the traditional like trading experience.
Yeah, definitely. It's really like a lower entry for them, especially since crypto can be very volatile. So probably a basket of coins would be definitely more suitable for their risk appetite. Paz, do you agree?
Yeah, totally agree. Yeah. It's in terms of when you are trying to invest in a company, that this is basically what you're doing when you're putting money into coins, right? You need to understand very well what the company does and all this. And the blockchain itself is a very new industry. So if you need to understand how Litecoin, XRP, Solana, everything works, it's not that easy, right? So as he said, you minimize your risk. There is also, you need certain, to pass certain like filters to be able to be there. So that actually, I think it could bring a lot of mass adoption, I think.
Yeah, I think it's way too overwhelming for people to like handpick coins to actually invest in. So it will definitely be a much easier option, at least for the traditional market. All right. So, some ETFs launched strong while others failed to gain traction. So, what key metrics should we watch in the first few weeks to determine if these altcoin ETFs are truly attracting demand? Maybe Kendrick?
Okay, so are we talking about when it's get approved? What
Yeah,
matrix we should be looking at?
correct.
Okay.
When it gets approved.
Uh, okay, because I think when the BTC and the Ethereum spot ETF get approved, we're looking at the inflow and outflow every day, right? Looking at all those asset managers inflows and outflow. I think that's definitely one of the matrix. And also another one is that since we're in crypto, right, there's a lot of on-chain data like transparent there, so we can use and take leverage of those take leverage of all those transparent data. For example, we can track, for example, the big whales to look at their address to see if they're accumulating, let's say Solana or ADA or Doge, and also where we can look at the institution's wallet address to see if they're continuing buying. So I think those are the few metrics probably we can look at. Yeah.
Okay, Ken, thank you. And Bitcoin's ETF approval rewarded early investors who positioned themselves months in advance. Is it better to accumulate these altcoins now in anticipation of approval, especially with prices being low, or is the risk of rejection too high? Once again, just putting out there that it's not financial advice. We're just discussing this for educational purposes. Yeah, Paz, what do you think?
Buy the rumor, sell the news. It's just like that. I mean, if you think that that there are good reasons, like for example, Kendrick and myself, we are both agreeing on XRP, for example, right? So most probably we both think, yeah, XRP will be one of the ETFs that will be approved. So yeah, why not? I mean, I think this is a good coin, even if there is ETF or there is not, right?
Yep.
If there is ETF, my profits will be higher, right? But if not, there is other reasons why I'm investing on XRP, not only because of the ETFs.
Yep.
So in terms of, I think if it's something like long-term, it's a good idea. If you're trying to put money and invest in long-term. In terms of trading, yeah, it's good, but put your stop loss.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely have to manage your risk and only invest what you can afford to lose. Yeah.
Yes.
Kendrick, do you agree?
Yes, and I think if you are, let's say, very bullish on let's see, Solana, right? Then you can just buy the Solana spot, but probably not maybe do not touch the perp because it has high leverage if you hold a spot. But let's say if you hold a spot, but you are very concerned about the buy the rumor sell the news effect, right? You can simply use, for example, the put option. You can buy a put option to so pretty much gives you like the insurance in case the price drop, right? You can leverage the options to do that, and also probably you can also by selling a call option there to collect some premium. I think by leveraging and utilizing these strategies, I think it might help you to protect your downside risk while still like holding a spot. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Kendrick. Okay, so for the audience, if you guys are unsure, you can always check out our Bybit Learn website. We have tons of articles over there, so you can take a look and also learn more about crypto and trading through there. All right, our second round of red packets for new users are coming up. So be sure to keep a lookout for the red packet and click it when it appears. All right, let's take a look at the chat box again. So there are some questions like, let me see. Sorry. Oh, this is an interesting question. Can altcoins not be affected by the Bitcoin rate chart? Okay. Do you guys think that altcoins will always follow Bitcoin's price trajectory?
Not always, but mainly, yes. Not always, but mainly, yes. And if you day trade as well, you realize that sometimes some they move before and some they move after, right? But most of them, they move with Bitcoin in the same way that some stocks, they move with the S&P or with the NASDAQ, right? Unless there is something specific, like, I don't know, like on that day, there's some news and some positive things or bad things, then they will move against, but in general, they all move together.
Okay. What do you believe are the primary catalysts sparking the current crypto bull run?
Well, I think that's a very big question. I think it depends on a lot of things because I think currently we have a lot of like macroeconomic things going on, right? Because now we're in a cutting rates scenario and situations. So yeah, if the Fed like cut rates, we might see maybe like lower interest and easy to borrow, and we might see some like inflow as a catalyst for the bull run. But also at the same time, I think in this at the current at the moment, right, we do not see any like DeFi breakthrough in this bull run, like not like the 2020 DeFi summer or the 2021 AFT, all that stuff. So I think for the time being, yeah, it's we need a lot more catalyst in order to trigger another bull run. That's my opinion.
Thanks, Kendrick. Keep those questions coming, guys. We'll move into this next to the next segment. So, as we all know, the crypto market is in a downturn with Bitcoin dropping to 78K a couple of hours ago. But it's not just Bitcoin; altcoins have been hit hard too. This decline comes amid mass liquidations, about 650 million in the past 24 hours. And trade war tensions that have shaken global markets. So with ETFs now in the spotlight, the question is, could altcoin ETFs be the catalyst we need to turn things around? Beyond a macro discussion, traders are asking, how can they position themselves in this market? How do different strategies like day trading, swing trading, and even long-term investing apply right now? So these a lot of these coins have all dropped significantly in recent days. Do you think ETF approvals, if they actually happen within the next few weeks, could they provide the liquidity boost needed to reverse the current downtrend?
I agree with one thing that Kendrick mentioned on the previous question, and is that we need to look at this macroeconomic picture, right? And as I mentioned before as well, now we are moving with the general economy, right? And the things are not looking great in general. So it's very, very difficult that the approvals of ETFs will change something. We've been waiting as well for the all-time highs and the Super Bull run to come because Trump is on power, because there is a conference in the White House, and we didn't see what we were expecting. And this is because at the end, we are not as strong as the stock market. Crypto is strong itself, but it's still a niche, right? If the general economy is going down, there is no money, right? At the end, you are looking for big institutions and people that they have a lot of money, that most probably they have the money on stocks to put your money into crypto or to put the money on the ETFs. Yep. No one is going to sell in red to buy ETFs. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm very like, I'm trying to explain it very like simple, because sometimes, we assume that everyone understands these big things, and actually, no. I was one of these examples. So I always try to put it down into like everyone's level. But
Yeah.
I think we need to start looking more into the macroeconomics right now. And it will be good long term that we have ETFs for Ethereum or for Litecoin or for XRP. But right now, how the economics are, is not gonna be a big change, I think.
Then in that case, right, Bitcoin ETFs launched in relatively stronger market conditions, while these altcoin ETFs are launching into an uncertain landscape. Do you think that we're actually in the right phase of the market cycle for these ETFs to trigger any kinds of like bull run, or is it a bit of a wrong timing?
Well, the thing is that the bull run, we were expecting something else, right? Everyone was expecting a bull run like the previous one.
Yep.
And what is happening right now, it has nothing to do with what happened 4 years ago.
Correct.
Right? So, markets are changing and we need to adapt to it. So I don't think it's impossible to predict how they expect it to be. We were in good conditions. Maybe this is what they expected, because everyone was expecting now to have a bull run like we had before, right? And we're not having the same. So obviously we cannot expect the same.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Bitcoin has been swinging between 78 to 84K, and altcoins have seen even more extreme moves. What's the best way for day traders to take advantage of these swings? Maybe
buy, sell, short term.
Day trader and not day trader.
Scalping, quick entry, quick exit. Well, you need to be smart. My mentor said, the fact that you're in a bear market, it doesn't mean you cannot make money, right? You need to find your strategy on how to make that money, right? You cannot expect big movements, most probably. So you need to buy, sell, sell, buy, sell, buy, and take profits. And instead of me making 2 trades a day that will give you a lot of rewards, maybe you need to make 10 and you will get the same.
Okay. Yeah, and in a market like this, some traders wait for breakouts while others trade within a set range. Which strategy is more effective for the current market right now, and how can traders avoid fake breakouts?
Well, that's pretty technical. I think the better strategy now is just buy and hold, because just BTC just hit another 76K this morning. I remember. Yeah, I think the long-term strategy is buy and hold, and at the same time you can utilize some options like to protect your downside risk, as I mentioned earlier. I think that should be it, and then try to avoid like the very high volatility token. If you want to trade that, then you just keep your time horizon to be like very short. You don't want to hold those high volatile token like very long. Yeah, that would be my suggestion.
And okay, I know you mentioned about hedging and all that. What is the best approach to managing risk when trading in a volatile market like this, other than the ones you've already mentioned? Are there any?
Okay. Yeah, I think when you no matter you have a spot position or per position, right? You need to know like where is your maximum risk. Like you can do a scenario a test or stress testing to see if the market is say go down 20%. If you're gonna liquidate it, if you really gonna liquidate it, then you got to put your stop loss there. So for every trade you enter, you need to know your stop loss and a profit taking. Yeah.
And Paz, what do you think?
Sorry, I'm thinking.
No worries. Take your time.
The thing is that, in my opinion, that you always need to enter with an exit, right? Whenever you enter in a position, you need to enter with an exit. I made that mistake many times, and of course, it was not the best decision. So you always need to have an exit, either losing money or making money, right? Doesn't matter if you're entering spot, doesn't matter if you're entering futures, doesn't matter if you're scalping or you're holding, right? You always need to have an exit. And that's how you will minimize your risk, because you know how much I'm willing to lose. You know how much I'm willing to lose, but also I need to know how much I'm willing to make, right? Because then if not, you say, oh, why I didn't sell there? Why I didn't sell in the all-time highs, right? So yeah, like I think that the best, well, what I've learned, not financial advice, but what I've learned is that you always need to have an entry and an exit.
Definitely. All right. Thank you guys so much. Let's just take a look at a few more questions. So yeah, someone actually asked, do you guys expect these altcoin ETFs to attract as much institutional interest as Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs? I think they maybe didn't catch some of the explanation that you guys had. Maybe you guys can elaborate more on this.
Kendrick? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. For the institution side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for the it quite depends on the utility and the use cases. Yeah, if that token really has some collaboration with the real time like user cases, yeah, in the long run, I think it will definitely have a lot of inflow. But on the other side, if this token is just pure retail speculation and has no use cases, and then the answer is no. Yeah.
And do you think that the stock market might affect the ETF approval? This question is from Bay Construct Tradition. Yeah. Yeah, Kendrick, what do you think?
I think no, because I think the crypto, the industry, the price do have a correlation with the stock market price. But I think this one won't affect the ETF, because I think the SEC, they have a certain procedure like to review certain tokens, the certain tokens eligibility for the ETF approval. For example, like if they have the market manipulation, its user cases, all of that. Yeah, but I don't think they would, the stock market movement would affect the spot ETF approval.
All right, thanks, Kendrick. Okay, here's another one. Do you guys think that we're still in a bull run or a bear market season?
Ooh, that's a difficult one. Then if I say wrong, everyone will be patting me online. I think we're still on a bull run, and as I mentioned before, I think we're still on a bull run, but we are not in the bull run we expected, and we are not in the bull run we expected like the previous one. But we are still, like, if you think about it, and I'm sure everyone saw these memes online. In December, we were at 78K and we were all jumping happy, right?
Yep.
And today we are in the same place and we are all crying. We need to have patience, and I think that's one of the things. We need to have patience. The market is volatile. The macroeconomics are playing against us, but I think the bull market is still not over. I think we still have a little bit more up to go. We are not going to go crazy up, but I think we're still there.
Thank you, Paz. Okay, Bitcoin spot ETFs introduced new liquidity into Bitcoin markets, making it easier for institutions to buy. Could these altcoin ETFs create a deeper market for altcoins, or will low liquidity be an issue?
Well, I think with the altcoin ETF approval, I think definitely it will improve the liquidity. But at the same time, I think the altcoins price volatility would decrease because with more regulated stuff coming in, and then it's more trading like a stock with less volatility because there will be less market manipulation, less front running, and yes, more regulated.
Thanks, Kendrick. And okay, do you think that Solana and Polkadot spot ETFs will have like a different impact compared to maybe like Litecoin and XRP spot ETFs, since the former represents like technology platforms rather than payments? Do you think the impact will be quite different because of their utility?
Maybe not, but I just find that it will be more difficult to be approved. Just that. I think this will be more difficult to get the approval, but at the end, in terms of the ETFs, is an asset, right? The ETF itself is an asset, right? And it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if you're buying something that makes bottles, that's something that makes books, right? You are the utility doesn't have any difference. The difference will be if it's a meme coin that doesn't have any utility. In the moment that the coin has an utility, it doesn't matter the utility.
Okay. Very interesting perspective. Thank you, Paz. All right. Let's see if there are any more questions. Yeah, we've covered most of it. So yeah, that's a wrap, guys. Very special thank you to Paz and Kendrick for taking their time to share their invaluable experiences and knowledge. So today we've dived into the potential impact of altcoin ETFs on the broader crypto market, and we looked at the market's downturn, what this means for traders, and we explored some strategies for the different kinds of traders and investors. So while these financial instruments offer new avenues for investment and could attract institutional interest, it is very important to approach them with a balanced perspective. Of course, please note that none of this is meant to be financial advice, and the topics discussed are purely for educational purposes. Thank you once again to our panelists and to you, our audience, for tuning in to today's live stream. For more information, please visit our Bybit Learn website, and don't forget to connect with all of us on social media. We also have some exciting new projects that are coming up on Bybit, so just keep a lookout. And if you would like to let us know what are some topics you would like to hear more of, feel free to do so, and we'll see you at our next live stream. Thank you so much, Paz and Kendrick. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.